right, so apparently I don't know what's going on. Apparently the IBF stripped Jairo Tapa before his fight with Brandon Glanlin, not because from what I understand, misweighed or it was because of disrespect. Now, apparently, we got belt beef. We got Jake Paul putting the Ring magazine belt on the floor when they talked about the ESPN deal with his promotional company for the women. I mean, we literally nobody cares about that. Um, but Dan Raphael, IBF president, felt disrespected by the belt display at Otapa's press conference. So, is it the fact that the Zuffa belt is being held up? If this though, guess what? Pay these dudes a couple extra dollars, get rid of the belts. Fuck the belts. That's what I would say. Jails have a fight with Brandon Glanley is still moving forward, but the veteran reporter Dan Raphael says the issue that removed the IBF title from the bout centered how the belt was presented during fight week. Raphael reported that the IBF president Daryl Peoples, let's look him up. Sounds like a brother. Yep, he's a brother. I'll show him later. I believe the organization's title was shown as secondary to Zuffa belt during the final press conference. I mean, ain't y'all always the second or third or fourth belt from the WBO to WBA to IBF, shit to the ring belt? The explanation puts dispute on the presentation rather than the matchup itself. Raphael wrote that people's objected to the way the belts were positioned at the press conference, where Zuffa belt was posed for a camera while Otapa held the IBF title instead of lifting it towards the. Look, at the end of the day, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's what it is. That's bullshit. At the end of the day, they are in full beef mode with Zuffa. So at the end of the day, if I'm a Zuffa fight, if I got fighters on Zuffa or they beefing with Turkey Al Sheik too, I would just say drop the belts. I would advise all my clients, I pay you a couple of dollars, drop the belts. We don't need the belts. Tell them figure it out. Y'all already saying fuck the belts anyway. Fuck the belts. Drop the IWBC. Tell them no thank you. Don't pay them sanction fees. Drop the IBF, WBO, WA. Drop them. That would be my message. The IBF pulled sanction and sent supervisors home after the pressure because IBF president Daryl Peoples felt disrespected by how the belts was positioned in secondary to Zuffa belt. Raphael wrote. Images from fight week reflected the arrangement. Raphael described the final press conference on Friday. The Zuffa belt was centered for autograph, while Tapa held the red belt by the side. Saturday weigh-in produced similar visuals. The Zuffa belt was lifted above the fighters during the face-off, while Jairo Tapa still had the IBF draped around his chest. That sequence appears to have irritated the sanctioned belt bodies. Raphael also reported another unusual detail connected to the fight. Even after the IBF withdrew the sanction, Otapa and Gladden were still expected to follow the IBF fight in morning weight. Raphael said neither fighter can weigh more than 10 pounds above the cruiserweight 200 limit. Raphael later noted that the IBF belt has still appeared in promotion for events. Otapa held the title at the media events and discussed his publicly in Zuffa's broadcast graphic includes the championship. Raphael commented that indicates that the dispute centered on how the belt appeared relative to the Zuffa title during the press events. Otapa entered the fight week as the IBF cruiserweight champion after regaining the belt in his rematch win over British in 2024. So he lost already? I don't know. I don't really care. Australian still carrying the physical belt during the promotional for Glant. Once it enters the ring for an unsanctioned bout, the IBF championship will no longer move forward with him. The fight remains on schedule. Raphael reporting indicates that the split grew out the belt politics presentations during the public events. The episode shows how tightly the sanctioned belt bodies guard their status of the championships when the new promoters introduced rival title. Look here. Fuck that. I don't care what they talking about. Fuck the IBF title. Fuck all them titles, dog. They don't have no benefits to the sport, for the fan viewership. They don't order the fights we want to see. The IBF always got the worst rankings. They've been sued for selling rankings. It's an American-based title. They're based in Jersey, right? They're based in fucking Jersey, and they don't even put their Americans first. They have a black guy, right? Donovan Peoples, Jay Peoples is a black man, and when has he put black American fighters first? Fuck black fighters in general. When has he put American fighters first? He's no different than the rest of these dudes. He caters to these European fighters. He carries to these fucking nobodies that be around the sports and they get these titles, and he strip guys, strip Crawford quick. Fuck the IBF. Is any title supposed to be pro-American? It should have been the IBF. It should be the IBF. Well, let me say it should have been the IBF. It should have been the IBF. Always got some weird ass European, weird ass Asian or weird ass fucking indigenous person that we don't know where the hell they come from, and they always fighting for their titles. They supposed to be pro-American fighter, and they not. They supposed to be pro-American fighter, and they not. That's my problem with it. That's my 100% problem with it. So no, I'm not pro the top. People say, well, it used to be that way. It used to be. What benefit have we gotten from it being that way? Realistically, what benefit have we gotten from it being that way? None. We've got no benefit. None. So, but so be it. So, we're going to strip him. We're going to make him. If I'm them, I have all my fighters drop that shit. I pay you a few extra $100,000 to drop that shit. That's the best way to do it. And maybe with Zuffa coming in here, maybe they'll start making maybe they start doing right. They start ordering fights. Sanctioned bill bodies don't serve no purpose. They don't give us nothing that we want to see. And when they order fights that we do want to see, somebody dropped the belt or they don't follow the order. It's just pointless. The whole thing is goofy and pointless. Pointless. But, so be it. So be it, brother. So be it. So be it. It's a sad day, though. Well, it could be a great day. Could be a great day. So, we're going to get mad and now we're going to strip this guy. And, we're going to strip him now. We're going to make a statement. You should have been making a statement all these years by ordering better fights. It's always with the IBF. It's always a guy that you never heard of getting a title shot. They never order no shit that you want to see. Never. They never order something that you want to see. They never order no shit that you want to see. Never, ever, ever, ever. And I know Jayo Top is like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Fuck Undisputed at this point. Fuck it. You committed to the grind, fight for the belt. Make this Zuffa belt great. Make this Zuffa belt great. That's my thing. Make this Zuffa belt great. And I know they mad. We're gonna pull our officials and we're not gonna do this anymore. This is so disrespectful. That's crazy, but I mean, so be it. Shit. But I've never seen the guy fight. I think I've seen Jai Type fight a little bit. But nobody care about cruiserweight. Stop acting like you do. Cruiserweight, nobody care about that. So obviously he gonna have to go up and beyond, the weight to heavyweight to get some shit that he looking for. Yeah, this motherfucker. What? I'm looking at his amateur record. He ain't got no professional losses. I don't know what they was talking about in that article. Maybe I misread. But yeah, man. IBF is fugazi, bro. Real fugazi. But hey, hit the link in the description and say find me everywhere. It's the link tree. Find me on Patreon, X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.